Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another video about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket, your old drawer, or even a forgotten jar in your home. Many people pass coins every day without realizing that some of them can be worth a small fortune. Today we're talking about a coin that millions of Americans have seen, spent, and ignored for years. It is the United States quarter dollar from the year 2000. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary coin that was used for daily purchases, parking meters, and vending machines. But for collectors and experienced coin hunters, certain versions of this coin can be incredibly exciting. The year 2000 was an important time for American coinage. It was part of the famous 50-state quarters program, a series that brought new designs to circulation and sparked a huge interest in coin collecting across the United States. For many older collectors, especially those who remember when coins were made with greater attention to detail and historical pride, the 2000 quarter represents more than just pocket change. It represents a piece of American history and a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones people overlook. Millions of these quarters were minted, which is why most people assume they are common and not worth saving. However, collectors know that rarity does not always come from low production numbers alone. Sometimes it comes from condition, minting errors, special varieties, or coins that were preserved in exceptional shape. A coin that survived more than 2 decades without heavy wear can attract serious attention in the collecting world. Take a close look at a 2000 quarter if you have one nearby. Notice the sharpness of the design, the lettering around the edges, and the details within the image. Over time, small differences in the minting process created subtle variations that collectors search for. Some coins may have unusual marks, doubled lettering, or slight misalignments that occurred during production. These small differences may look insignificant to the average person, but to a collector, they can mean the difference between a coin worth 25 cents and one worth thousands. Another factor that greatly affects value is the mint mark. During the year 2000, quarters were produced at several United States mints. Coins struck in Philadelphia carry a small P mint mark, while those made in Denver carry a D. There were also special proof coins produced for collectors with a much sharper, mirror-like finish. When collectors search for valuable coins, they examine these mint marks closely because certain combinations of mint mark, condition, and rarity can dramatically increase the value. Condition is where things become even more interesting. Many coins from 2000 circulated heavily, which means they show scratches, fading details, and worn edges. But once in a while a coin appears that looks almost untouched, as if it had been preserved since the day it left the mint. Collectors describe these coins as being in mint state condition. The difference between a worn coin and a pristine one can be enormous when it comes to price. Professional grading companies examine coins under magnification and assign them a grade that reflects their quality. A coin graded at the very top levels can command remarkable prices because collectors compete to own the finest known examples. For older collectors who have spent decades studying coins, finding a high-grade piece from circulation is like discovering a hidden gem. Error coins are another reason the 2000 quarter has gained attention in the collecting community. During the minting process, machinery occasionally produces coins with unusual characteristics. These errors might include doubled images, off-center strikes, or other small anomalies that make the coin unique. Because these mistakes are not supposed to happen, they often become highly collectible. Imagine someone receiving change from a store 20 years ago and tossing a quarter into a jar without a second thought. Years later, that same coin might be examined by a collector who notices a rare feature that most people would miss. Stories like this are part of what makes coin collecting so fascinating, especially for people who have been interested in coins for many years. Many collectors between the ages of 55 and 65 remember when searching through coins was a popular hobby. They recall sitting at a table with a magnifying glass, examining each coin carefully and learning the stories behind them. The 2000 quarter continues that tradition, reminding collectors that the thrill of discovery is still alive. It is also important to remember that the market for coins can change over time. As more collectors look for specific varieties, the demand for certain coins increases. When demand rises and supply remains limited, prices can climb dramatically. Auctions around the world have proven that collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for coins that stand out from the ordinary. If you happen to own a 2000 United States quarter, it might be worth taking a moment to examine it more closely. Look at the details, check the mint mark, and consider its overall condition. Even if the coin turns out to be a regular circulated piece, the experience of examining it can reconnect you with a hobby that has fascinated people for generations. And now comes the part that truly surprises many viewers. While most 2000 quarters are still worth their standard face value, rare high-grade examples and unusual mint errors have shocked collectors at major auctions. In exceptional circumstances, a perfectly preserved specimen with unique characteristics has been valued at as much as $985,000. That number may sound unbelievable for a quarter that once bought a piece of candy, but it proves an important lesson in the world of coin collecting. Never assume that a coin in your pocket is just spare change. Sometimes history, rarity, and condition come together to create something extraordinary. The next time you receive a quarter, take a moment to look at it carefully. You might be holding a small piece of history, and if fortune smiles on you, it could even be worth far more than you ever imagined.